Arlene here from Hidden in Eden. I'm talking about growing your hair today. I've come up with 10 simple rules to lasting the distance when it comes to growing your hair. For me, I had long dreadlocks about 6 months ago. I had them for a couple of years and I cut them off. I just felt like it was ready for me, so I cut my hair very short, probably half the length it is now. And I've had it short for about 6 months. I was having a sort of pixie cut, which was really awesome. I loved it. But then I decided I want to grow my hair out and go back to having long hair, which I loved having. So now I've begun the journey. It's been about 2.5 months since my last haircut, which was a pixie cut. I'm now growing it out, and at the moment I hate my hair. I feel like I do, but I thought I would use my experience to help anybody else out there who's trying to do the same thing and struggling like I am. So my number one rule is perseverance. It's the only way you're going to get there. It's the only way you're going to get any progress is perseverance. Just persevere with it. Number two is some tips to help persevere, and headscarves is probably my most favourite thing at the moment. I work in a salon, so I need my hair to look nice all the time, and when I'm growing it, sometimes it just doesn't. So what I've done is you can get them for $4 or $5 from most fashion stores. You might already have some. This one's a nice thin one, good for short hair because it doesn't completely disguise your hair. You just hair around it. So I just make it thin. I have a fringe, but you don't have to. You could put all the fringe back if you wanted to, like that, but I don't like that on my face. I need a fringe. So I bring my fringe out, I bring the headband around my hair, keeping one side longer. I bring the tie to the side because I like to have something over my shoulders. That's what I miss about long hair and don't like about short hair. So this is a good way to get that feminine feeling of something on your shoulders. And so I just have the bow at the side. I have that coming over my shoulders and just place my hair, give it a scrunch. That way basically you only really need to worry about what's going on at the front. You've got the scarf taking the attention away from the, ball cut or whatever you feel like you've got. And it adds a bit of colour, a bit of distraction, and you basically don't need to worry about what's going on behind the scarf. It can do its own thing. Just make sure you've got your hair how you want it at the front. All the rest can go in. I like to have some around my face, but you can put it all back behind the scarf if that's what you like. As your hair starts to get longer, you can start pinning those bits up if you want to. But, it's completely changed my look, and for me, it makes it so much better. So headscarves all the way when you're growing your hair out. Number 3, accept yourself. Accept yourself as you are. You look in the mirror and you think, oh my god, I hate my hair. If only it was long. I can't wait till it's long. I just wish it would be long. So that's sort of focusing on something you don't have. So you need to look in the mirror and go, oh, I'm growing my hair. It's not ideal, but this is who I am at the moment, and yay. Number 4 is quite a cool trick, coconut oil treatments. So there's a lot of stuff online about how coconut oil treatments make your hair grow quicker and faster and longer and thicker. And so I've been doing a little bit of research and looking at some other people's advice, and so I tried it. I've always used, for a while now, I've been using coconut oil on my body and I love it as a moisturiser, but I tried it in my hair and it's great. I didn't expect it to work so fast. I've done maybe 3 treatments. I usually do it twice a week or once a week, and I swear about 2 days after each treatment my hair just feels like it's longer and thicker, and it's growing. In reality, it's probably maybe only growing half%, not even half, like maybe 2 mil or something. But you notice it and you can feel it every time. So I definitely feel like this works. As skeptical as I even was, I'm really impressed. Whether it's just made it feel thicker or whether it actually has made it grow quicker and longer, I've still got an experiment to come. I'm going to measure my regrowth at maybe 8 weeks and see if we've got some actual physical evidence there. Number 5 is a positive mantra. Just every time you look in the mirror and you have those feelings like, I hate my hair, or oh, this looks so stupid, have a positive mantra to say to yourself, like, I'm growing my hair. Just focus on that goal and persevere and get through it. Number 6, enjoy the stages and embrace change, which is something I've always quite liked about growing hair. You go through, before I had my dreads, I grew my hair for 5 years with this goal of getting dreadlocks, and so it took me 5 years to grow my hair, and just it wasn't as short as this when I started. It was more to here, so this is the really hard stage, getting from pixie cut to shoulder length or where you can tie it up. So I haven't experienced that before, but embracing change. You just get through your 3-month steps where you don't do much to it, and all of a sudden it's at a different stage, and you just enjoy that for what it is. Do things with it. At the moment I'm getting really into headbands for this phase, and then once it gets a bit longer I'll probably really get into pinning it up and doing little braids and pinning. Number 7, okay, as tempting as it is, and as many hairdressers might tell you the opposite to what I'm about to tell you, resist on getting it trimmed, getting it thinned with the thinning scissors, going to the hairdressers. When your hair's short, it's relatively healthy. If you're looking after it, if you're doing treatments in it, if you're not using harsh shampoos, it's not going to get split in 6 weeks. If you go to the hairdresser and get a trim after 6 weeks, chances are they're going to cut off the last 6 weeks of progress. That's just the way it is with short hair. A lot of hairdressers don't realise what the difference just a small bit makes when your hair's short. I know I never did before I had short hair. Now I do. So basically, if you're looking after your hair, you can get away with 3 months before you need to get a little trim. With short hair, you don't need to get it trimmed everywhere. If I was to go and get a haircut tomorrow, like a little trim tomorrow, because it's been almost 3 months for me, so I will be going shortly, all I will be doing is getting my neck trimmed. The rest, and maybe a little bit of thinning out through here to take some of the weight out. A very little bit of thinning, and have it trimmed across my neck there to prevent the whole mullet thing that's about to happen. That's it. That's it for another 3 months. So have these, look at what you want. Look at where you're working, what you're wanting to turn into. When you're growing your hair from short to long, basically grow this out first. Keep cutting this short, because this is going to catch up to this. Once this catches up to here, for me, in about maybe 6 months, I would say it will start to be about here. That's when you start growing it all out together. If you don't do that, you're just going to keep getting a mullet, and it's going to be annoying, and you're going to feel it. You're going to want to cut it all off. So just think about what you want to achieve before you go to the hairdresser, and just think of the areas that are annoying you and maybe have something small done about those, instead of just saying, it's frustrating me, I need it off. Headbands. Headbands is another good way. I live in a really hot climate, and I'm deciding to grow my hair in the middle of summer in Western Australia, which is basically not really the most sensible timing, but never mind, I'm doing it. So for me, a lot, I just wear a headband. Now these are actually got silicone on the inside. They're a thin elastic band. You can get pharmacy or hairdresser supply stores, or maybe even supermarkets. So I find this really comfortable. It stays in really well. It keeps my hair out of my face. At the stage I'm at, my hair's not long, it's not short. I can't tie it up. It looks silly behind my ears. It kind of looks messy. Even like this, I feel it's a little bit too messy. But not messy. Messy is the wrong word. Out of control, maybe. So with this headband, I just put it on. Even though I hate fringe being off my face, I quite like it with this. Just have a little bit of hair at the front, and nice but messy. Look, I can deal with this. I don't usually like having my forehead off my face, but this really helps out when you've just had those days where you're so fed up with your hair and you just want it out of your face. This is really good. You can also have the option of wearing the same thing with a fringe out if you really do hate your forehead for whatever reason. So, I mean, you don't get the same deal with it being as much out of your face, but it's still holding bits that I've tucked behind out of the way. And it's still given me a little bit of, it's just changed the, really the structure and where it sits. It's given it somewhere new to sit, somewhere different, you know, different style. So that is an option as well. Pins is the other option. Sometimes you want something different, or you're having a hair day so bad that not even a headband can save you. In that case, I go for pins. I just pin it back where it can. Dig the pins in. You like to have a bit of product in it first to give it short hair, something for the pins to stick into. It needs to be a little bit dirty. You can use a bit of powder, baby powder or cornstarch powder to soak up any bit of grittiness. You can use a bit of hairspray. You can use aloe vera gel, which is all I've got in my hair right now, which is really good. And then just sort of pinch and pin bits. And you want to twist the pin when you put it in. Pinch and twist the hair just to give a bit of grit there. Get the pin, dig it in, and then change direction so that it actually stays tighter into the short hair. It's not like long hair. And if your hair's long enough at the bottom, you can pin as well. Mine's not, so I just have to go for that. Again, I must stress, these are not the most ideal hairstyles for me. I do feel a little bit like a 14-year-old that's, you know, trying to funk up her hair, but those are just silly thoughts. You just let go of those thoughts and just love yourself as you are. This is what happens when you grow your hair, and it's not ideal, but it's the best way. It's the best way to make something good out of a not the best situation. So it's really, that's what it's all about. It's all in the mind over matter. As your hair gets a bit longer, you can pin it all up, which I will definitely start. Rule number 10. Remember that the only way to get to your destination is by travelling the distance. So it may be a bit bumpy and a bit hard, the road right now, but you're going to eventually get there with positive thinking and patience and perseverance. And those are my best tricks, and you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. We can all do it, and we can do it together. So soon will be another update of the second hair growing stage, so look forward to that.